Hello, everybody. This will be my top 10 movies of 2021. Movies that I like. Now, movies are a great source of entertainment, but it also has some deeply valuable ways for me to cope, process, and grow as a person in the real world. Now, some of these movies here take those boxes. Other tick all of those boxes. But the one thing that my top 10 movies of 2021 have in common is that they all play a significant role in defining my 2021 and making it better. So, also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We have amazing new year coming up, amazing great stuff, awesome movies, TV shows, so many great stuff coming. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that coverage. And it means a lot to me. So thank you. So let's get started. Number 10, The Suicide Squad. Now, this movie was for me. It felt like a Suicide Squad comic book. It was just straight off the comic books, but it was mixed with James Gunn style and humor. And the movie is wild, is irreverent, is very violent, but it has so much uh, so much heart to it, and also has real purpose to it. And some of these characters, what they did, we basically not very known characters, only from comic books. They did something special with the art story, and some of the emotions, and also the actions, some the funny lines, and the bound to kind of coming together as a team, and also what they did with the villain Starro, and the line that they had, that he was happy flying in the stars. Suddenly some empathy. It was just great, so great. I really like this movie a lot. Now to the next, number 9, Malignant. This movie was bonkers. Now, I know some people didn't really like this movie, and I really liked it. And here's why. I think the movie is clever and it's cool. And this this we don't get to see this type of movies anymore, especially with this big director. This is directed and also written by James Wan. So I think he did something very interesting with this movie, and especially when you start to put the pieces together, and then the movie all comes together, and it was just so great, that experience. And yes, the movie is cheesy, and you may it feel like a 2000 horror movie, but I think it was very clever, and it was very well done. So, number 8, Dune, a cinematic achievement. Now, this movie is something else. A strong performance by Timothy Chalamet. He's front and center in this movie, and it's just excellent performance. And the cast across the board is so great, but also how Denis Villeneuve make this movie feel accessible enough, and breaking the story into two parts. This is part one, so you may feel that story feels and the movie feels a little bit incomplete, and that is because we're only getting one part of the story. The story is not yet finished. But I think he did something special, and the score, the visual effects, but also the what I was most impressed by is the stunning production design in the world building, creating this new world to explore these new characters and basically a new franchise. It was just incredible to see, and an incredible cinematic experience. Now, my number seven is The Mitchells versus the Machines. Now, after watching Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I pretty much came to expect both both swings by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They did a phenomenal job with that movie, and the animations style here it warmed me, and also but every frame of this movie feels so vibrant. The color and the style of animation is so it's just so interesting to see, and it catches a lot. And I think the style animation really pushes the character even more to see. And I think they enhance the character and the evolution they are going through. And it has some great things. The connection that you can still have passion about something, still have that, but also dedicate some of yourself to your family and how important that is. And it feels so great. And what I like about this is the characters. The characters in this movie are so unique, and the story and how they are as a family. So I really enjoy that a lot. Number six, Being the Ricardos. This biography, behind the scenes story is interesting. Give us a lot of insights in those characters, but also in Hollywood. And I think Nicole Kidman as Lucia Ball, fantastic job. And she really had a similar story to Lucia Ball, where at a certain age, she it was difficult for her in Hollywood, and radio and TV is what saved Lucia Ball's career. And something similar happened to that to Nicole Kidman, who's playing Lucia Ball in this biopic. So I think it was just so interesting to see the connection in that story, and it was just I love Hollywood, so you know this. I'm going to love this a lot. But it's just a fantastic movie, and directed and written by Aaron Sorkins. I mean, it's just something really good to see. Now, number five, West Side Story. I enjoyed this movie a lot. Now, I think that I think Tony and Maria doesn't really work well in this story, but I think the rest of the cast and the characters, Anita, Bernardo, and Riff, they work perfectly. And this movie is a retelling of the same story, but it just has a strong visuals, a excellent direction by director Steven Spielberg, and also the screenwriter Tony Kushner. And it's not exactly the same as the original West Side Story. They make some interesting changes here and some interesting points to talk about. So I really enjoyed that. The other uh, number the number four, King Richard. Now I love this movie. I love the story of Venus and Serena, but it's just an inspired movie. It has so many things to talk about. Family, how important is family, and growing up, also the getting scholarships, and also how difficult it is in the sports business, and what the Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena, did for her daughters is just incredible. This one of the I think this is the best performance of Will Smith's career. It's just awesome. And this movie is one of the greatest sports movie ever made. Now number three, Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Now this movie was fantastic. It had it all. It had a great story, excellent action, and the Ten Rings was very interesting, very cool visual effects, and I just love the story between Shang-Chi and his father and the relation they have. It was just something special to see. Now, my number two, Spider-Man No Way Home. One of my favorite, well, my favorite comic book movie of this year. Now, this movie was an event, a cinematic event. It was just so awesome. It was incredible, from beginning to end, and bringing all those old characters back and make it so they 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 fit into the story, and they did that so well, and nothing feels like forced, and it was just an incredible ending for this trilogy, this Tom Holland trilogy for Spider-Man. We know he's getting another one, and just it has a already impact in Peter Parker's life, and also an impact in the MCU, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's just uh, the experience watching this movie was something else. Now, what's my number one, right? So, my number one is Don't Look Up. Yes, I love this movie. I know this movie is very divisive, you can say controversial, but I think the movie is extremely. The movie is extremely insightful. Not only for about not just about the danger about the planet, the environment, but also about how we are not helping at all. So, I mean, the movie was just so great. It has Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, he's basically always giving great performance. I think he also did here. He gave a great performance. But Jennifer Lawrence, I mean, whoa, what a comeback to Hollywood. After she took a break from Hollywood, and I think that she was a little bit exposed too much. But I think this is a great comeback for her, and I'm very looking to see her in more movies. But I think, yes, I mean, this is Adam McKay being Adam McKay. He director and written this movie, and I think it was just, for me, it was excellent. I mean, from the story, the comedy, and also the cast is, this is an all-star cast, and everyone delivers. Everyone delivers. It was just so great to see. But yes, those are my top 10 movies of 2021. So let me know in the comments below what are your top 10 movies of 2021. And hit the like button, share this video, and please subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.